Hello everyone, GeneralApple here. Today looking a little bit more homeless than usual. I had a rough week at work, it is what it is. But anyway, today I wanted to speak with you guys about why I distrust Blizzard Entertainment so much and WoW streamers in particular. Now, if you followed my channel for the past couple of weeks, you've already seen that I've spoke about this topic immensely. Recently so much so because Classic Plus is on the horizon, and a lot of streamers are starting to prop it up. Now, why do they do that, you ask? Well, maybe because Blizzard flew some of them in to their headquarters in California. Wow, would you imagine a World of Warcraft streamer being in cahoots with Blizzard, one of the most reprehensible companies on planet Earth that engaged in so much malpractice and misconduct? It is a wonder why anyone isn't sitting in jail right now. Well, I know the answer. They're rich. Rich people usually don't go to jail. That is a privilege exclusively saved for us poor people. But I digress. I think you shouldn't trust these WoW streamers, which I will not call by name, but you know who they are, because all they want to do is pad their own wallets. There's a reason why they viewbot on Twitch constantly, gaining, let's say, around 10k views, but minus 35 followers, which, I don't know, sounds a little bit suspicious to me. But it just goes to show that these people are all about optics. They don't really care about the Blizzard product. They don't really want to make World of Warcraft great again, like how we used to play it and enjoy it back in the day. All they care about is get their yes daddy approval from Blizzard and keep on marching into monetary gain. They aren't like us. They don't care about us, and they certainly don't care about anyone but themselves. And that's why I like to call these people out. That's why I like to showcase their hypocrisy, because I love World of Warcraft. I love it to the point where I was willing to dedicate my entire channel to it. As of late, I tried to do a lot of things with the channel, ended up failing, went back to my true passion, World of Warcraft, turned out to be great. So thank you guys so much for the insane growth lately. Hopefully, we can pick it up. But the reason I want WoW to be successful is not because I want to be successful, because I want to play a good MMORPG again. Whew, can you mention? Wow. I mean, can you even imagine that? The mention of a good MMORPG today, it's like the upcoming of the Messiah. It's impossible. No one believes it. It's crazy, but I remain faithful. I believe that WoW can be great again. I believe that Blizzard can easily fix all of the issues we had in the previous years, or even decade at this point, and it's all easily solvable. Now, the reason I'm mad at streamers is because streamers aren't really doing anything to push Blizzard in that direction. Now, why do I think streamers has so much influence and power? It's because at the end of the day, one person cannot really make a difference. But one person, or sorry, one streamer, because streamers aren't real people, they're just, they're fake. Uh, all they can do is gather up a bunch of same like-minded people such as themselves and consolidate enough power and influence to actually change the mind of big companies. And we've seen it with Asmongold. Asmongold has did it with FF14. Whenever Asmongold quit World of Warcraft, there was a mass exodus from WoW to FF14 to a point where FF14 was actually bigger than World of Warcraft. Now, obviously, that's changed since he ended up quitting the game, but still, it just goes to show you that streamers can influence big companies. And we've seen it with Overwatch 2, by the way. And Marvel Rivals. All of the streamers went from Overwatch to Marvel Rivals, and immediately Blizzard changed the game for the better. And now everyone is constantly cycling between Overwatch and Marvel Rivals, and that's great. Competition is a good thing. So I think to myself, why all of these top WoW streamers aren't really saying anything to Blizzard? Well, it's simple because they don't want to lose their sponsorships. They don't want to lose any sort of ties they have. They want to get access to all sorts of panels, all sorts of live shows, interviews, etc. Might be even merchandise for all that I know, but I haven't heard about that really. But that would be a hoot if that happens. Imagine some WoW streamers collab in the cash up to make some, I don't know, some cringe streamer pony or something. Oh god, that would be. Ooh, I think I just gave Blizzard an idea. Never mind, I might have to delete that from the video if I won't do it one take. But anyway, that is the reason for why I just don't trust them. I don't trust them, I don't like them. All of them seem fake to me, except for a few that I do really still enjoy. But you know what's funny? Most of the WoW streamers that I currently do enjoy and WoW content creators aren't even WoW players. They're just newcomers who experience the game for the first time. And it just really goes to show you there's nothing good about the game at the moment. Right now, the situation is dire. The game is stagnant. Not only it's not growing, it's actually devolving and going backwards. We're seeing a regression of patches, of development. We've seen mass layoffs, not only in Blizzard and Microsoft in general, just, under the entire Microsoft umbrella, everyone apparently has been going away, and not the right people, it seems so, because Holly Longdale is still in charge, so I don't know what the hell they're doing there, but all of these people gotta go. All of the people that ruined my favorite MMORPG, they all need to get the boot. It's been long enough. We had enough. It's time to bring some balding men, might I dare say, to make World of Warcraft great again. Chris Metzen is a great start. It's not the end of it. It is only the first step. I really wish that Classic Plus would be a fresh start, not only for new players, but for veterans as well. But as we've seen of late, with all of the Camelot recent news, I don't think it's going to be good, Chief. I'm not going to lie. The fact that they're going to release it so close to Wrath of the Lich King, well, not a real fact, it's just like a rumor, so I want to make this absolutely clear. Right now, from the current leaks we've seen, they're about to release it close to Wrath of the Lich King. If they do that, it goes to show that this game would 100% be cyclical, just like retail World of Warcraft. The game won't be complete expansion or a video game. It will be just go in, do your dailies, do your weeklies, log off, we release a patch, and then you get to do it all over again. Our progress will be nullified, everything will be deleted. Essentially, the gear that you got the previous patch will be invalidated on the spot, and all of this would just repeat until the end of days. We don't want this to happen. This is the part where we tell Blizzard that they actually need to make it right, especially after the recent manhunt they had on private servers, which I'm not going to talk about negatively. I understand it's Blizzard IP. They're not allowed to do this. It's fine. I get it. But if you're going to take down Ascension WoW and Turtle WoW, you gotta give us a good product. You gotta give us something, no, not good, grand. I'm expecting some serious outcome out of taking these servers, because now I'll have to pay you a subscription fee. And if I'm paying you, that means you have to deliver. I'm not going to be paying for any subpar product. I'm not going to be paying for Ascension Minus or Turtle Minus. I need you guys at Blizzard to understand that your DEI blue-haired Karens, Labubu millennials should not have a single modicum of influence over my story and my video game. And I think that I'm saying this in the name of all of us, because my community is like-minded, and, I feel like I represent a certain group of people whose voice has been quelled over the years. So at the end of the day, to not make this video too long, but I do like to rant, you know me, I think that we should all hold Blizzard into a higher standard, especially streamers, because they are the one with influence, they are the one with power, and until I make it big, which, again, like I said, we're in the process of making it, thank you guys so much, I need you guys to make sure that your voice is being heard. Make sure to comment about anything. Make sure to voice your opinion. No matter how harsh you think it is, do it in a respectful manner and do it everywhere. We need to be ubiquitous. We need to make sure that Classic Plus release isn't this weird, contrived, modern audience slop we've seen in the past 5 years. We don't want another Concord in MMO form. We don't want another Dragon Age the Veilguard. We want an actual good game that is meant for young adults or maybe just adults, like World of Warcraft used to be back in the day. I don't think anyone looked at Warcraft 3 and went like, oh damn, that is for toddlers. Maybe we should remove Warcraft out of it to make sure it aligns. Like, no, nobody thought that way. It was good, it was fantastic, and we needed to come back again. So, yeah, that's pretty much all I had to say for today. I really think that nobody should trust streamers whatsoever. By the way, don't even trust me. Always watch other people and cross information, make your own decision. That is something that I always say, but general rule of thumb, if they get flown out to Blizzard headquarters, they're compromised. So keep this in mind. Anyway, thank you guys so much for listening to my rant. Hopefully it was viable to you guys. Hopefully you felt what I had to say. And I think I'm about to turn it into a semi-weekly series where I talk about things that I think are important about the MMO industry. So, anyway, that is all for now. Thank you guys so much for listening.